Hi, I'm Bill Holcomb, and today we will be focusing on the techniques and processes you can use to add flowers and greenery to your watercolor paintings. This location is Cartagena in Colombia. Chosen this location for this short demonstration. So, as you can see, I've painted most of the street scene, but I've left these white areas through negative painting, where you leave the whites, in order for us to add the various bushes and the climbing foliage along the wall there from those pots. So I started with a wash of light green, and then I added some yellow where there were gaps. And now I'm using a small brush, such as a number 4, to put some flowers in, red ones, and we'll come back to those later. I did start first of all with a number 10 brush, and then I've dropped down. You could drop down here now for the further foliage to something like a number 6 or a 4. And so what you will do is get darker and darker, as is the case with transparent watercolor painting. Start with your lights and then get darker. Some is wet in wet, and other times you have dried the area with a hairdryer and then added the darks. And you will see that I've added some further darks in between the various red flowers at the top. And so I'm just filling in gaps here and there. For that darker area on the foliage, I did use the side of the brush scraping technique every now and then. And then what you do is you go back to those nice vibrant flower colors and you add some more pigment to make them stand out even more. So you did some negative painting, you laid down those red colors and then you painted the greens around them, and then you have gone back to it and strengthened those colors. Then on the left side, a similar approach. I've laid down a combination of alizarin crimson and some of the scarlet lake, varied here and there. Under the little overhang there, it's mostly scarlet lake, but the area at the top to the left side is a combination of the alizarin crimson and scarlet lake. So having laid down those red colours under the overhang, I then fill in the gaps with some light green. You can use something like a number 4 brush or 6 brush, rounded, pointed, whatever you have in terms of a number brush. Just fill in little gaps here and there, and once again we can come back to those flowers and strengthen even more. But it does help us confirm positioning of the flowers and make sure that we have ensured they are on white paper to allow the colours to sing out as much as possible. Same process for the foliage coming out from the pots that we did on the other side of the street. Light colours first, going in and leaving gaps, and then coming in with some darker colours later. And start with a small brush, but then go on to your number 10 for your much darker parts of the foliage, and use the side of the brush to dab and to scrape um, to achieve an effective foliage end result. You can see that this is a quick and easy process. You'll be amazed at the results that you can achieve without having to be so meticulous and trying to paint every leaf and every flower meticulously. You are doing enough to tell a story, and this method does make it look convincing, as you'll see with the end result. So just continuing to darken, and we're nearly at the end of this very short tutorial at Cartagena in Colombia. Wonderful colourful streets. I do recommend that you try this, and also have a spare piece of paper so that you can practice your colour mixings, you can practice scraping, wetting wet, etc. You know, just little cards. And here's the finished painting, which I think you'll agree is nice and vibrant, and those flowers and the climbing bushes, etc., really do show up well against the building. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.